This is my bike. Yes, there are many like it, but this one is mine.
Hello YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. Welcome to my channel. 1 down, 4 up. Go for a new ride, test out the new camera mount. I got a new Sony camera mount. Got different views. Gonna be on the left side now. Right there. Gonna see how this ride turns out. Not raining today, so we'll go out for a ride. Although it did rain last night. Beautiful blue skies. Woohoo! Clouds on the right, no clouds on the left. So, I was watching this moto vlogger. His name is Wolf and Crow. And he was talking about what would you do if you won $1 million or if you won the lottery. I don't know, say $350 million. And he was talking about what he would do. And I wouldn't do anything to what he would do. A lot of people don't know what they would do if they hit the lottery, if they hit $1 million, or they hit $10 million or whatever. But I know what I would do. The very first thing I would do is I would go out and find me a tax attorney. That's the first thing I would do. After that, I would put everything I own up for sale, because I'm not going to need it anymore, because I'm going to go traveling. I don't know for how long, a year, maybe 2 years. I'm going to travel the world. See all this mud in the road every time it rains, the roads get washed out. But yeah, I would give me a tax attorney, because a lot of people don't know how to manage their money. Not saying that I know how to manage my money, but I'm just saying I know I would hire somebody to help me do it. A lot of people, they have the choice when you win the lottery. I haven't won the lottery before, but I hear that they give you an option. You can either take payments, which are, I don't know if they're weekly or monthly or yearly, or you can take a one lump sum. Now what happens when you take the one lump sum is the government comes in and takes their piece. They didn't pick the winning numbers, so I don't know why they get to come in and take their crap. Me? Yeah, I pay taxes, but I do everything I can do to avoid having to pay a lot of taxes. Like, I have my own business, right? So I write off a lot of stuff come tax time. Am I running out of gas? No. So I don't have to pay as much taxes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not illegal. That's what the smart business people do. There's millionaires out there to buy land and property, and you know, so they don't have to spend so much money on taxes every year, even though you got to pay taxes on your property. But some donate to charities and write that off. But yeah, that's the first thing I would do. I wouldn't. The second thing, after I got my money, I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't take the lump sum payment. That's for sure. Because when you take the lump sum payment, you know, like I said, Uncle Sam, who ain't my uncle, comes in and takes half of that crap. So say you won $300 million, he comes in and takes $150 million. Boom. So I don't play that. So I would get the tax attorney, find out what I could do and what I can't do. If you take the lump sum, they take out a shitload of money. If you take payments, they take out less money. They're still going to take out money, but they're not going to take out as much money as if you took the full lump sum payment. Look at that view. My mother hikes this every freaking day. I went on her with that one time. She goes up, she hikes up to that first hump right there, and then she'll go hike up to that one. And I only made it to, there's a tree right there. I know the camera's not going to pick it up. There's a tree right up there. I sit under that tree and I wait for her, and she goes hike up there and does that. She does it every day. She's like 78 years old. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, I would take the, go back to the talking about the lottery. I would take the payment option, whether it's every week, every month, every year, I don't know. But you're going to get a lot more of your winnings if you do it that way. I don't know how much they'll pay you. I guess it depends on how much your winnings are. Going a little off-roading today. So yeah, that's what I would do. And then I would travel after I sold my house and my cars and motorcycle. I would sell everything. I wouldn't buy anything. I wouldn't buy one thing, except maybe a celebration dinner for me and all my friends and family. And I'll take them all with me, go traveling. Wolf and Crow said, well, then you're going to be buying a lot of airplane tickets. Somebody throw a bed away over there. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go out and buy an airplane, just like I wouldn't buy a car or a house or anything like that, because those are things you got to worry about. Whoa, squiggly. When you're out traveling, I don't want to have to worry about anything. I would lease an airplane for a year and then just travel for a year all over the world to places I've never been, places I want to go. See, I've been all over the United States already. I'm 51 years old. I've traveled everywhere. I've been all over Mexico. Lived in Mexico for a year. Lived in Indonesia for 3 years, but I've been all over Asia. So I would travel all over the world, the places I haven't been, for a year. Like I said, I would lease a Lear jet. I wouldn't buy it because, like I told Wolf and Crow, Lear jets are like cell phones. They got something new every year. So why buy an airplane and then the next year you'll be like, well, there's a new model out. Just lease it. Because you're a millionaire. You can buy anything you want, you know. So why buy an airplane? After traveling for a year, you're going to get tired and you want to settle down. But as you're traveling, before you go out and buy that new house or a new car, you travel the world and see where in the world you would like to live, because now you're a multi-millionaire. You can live anywhere in the world that you want. You don't have to live in that humdrum city that you bust your ass every day to go to work for, come home, pay the bills, pay the rent, pay the mortgage, whatever. Your limits are openless. The only limit you have is your imagination to where you want to live, how you want to live. You know, me, I'm a simple guy. I don't need a lot of stuff. I would buy something definitely near the ocean with ocean views and beach property. But where? Which beach? I don't know. I haven't been to every beach in the world, so I don't know what's the best beach to live on. So that's what I would do. You know, I'm not that type of guy, anyways. But this is a 450 RTX 450R Vlogger stomping grounds over here. Yeah. So after I got done traveling and saw all the places I want to be and figure out where in the world I would want to live, I would then buy the house and then buy the car. And I wouldn't buy a car to drive like a Lamborghini or anything like that, because those are the kind of things you wish you could have if you hit the lottery. But once you hit the lottery and you can afford those type of things, you really don't want those things. I would buy a limousine, a nice fucking stretch, not a limousine, but like a limousine SUV or something like that, because I like SUVs, I like trucks. So that's what I do, and I would hire a driver. I wouldn't even want to drive anymore. And the reason I say that, because when I lived in Indonesia, I was spoiled. I lived like a king in Indonesia. I didn't drive at all in Indonesia except the scooter that I bought. And once in a while I would drive out in the jungle, take my four-wheel drive and drive. But I had a personal driver, because I didn't know how to get around and everything, and my wife was too busy dealing with her family stuff that she had. There's the closely kind of mountains right there, beautiful mountain. See, I'm like freaking Reggie with 2 G's. Reggie with 2 G's! I get sidetracked so easily. And, ooh, a prairie dog. And when I lived in Indonesia, my wife was dealing with her family stuff. Her parents had passed away from cancer. She was dealing with burying both her parents. And I pretty much had all the time in the world to myself. And, I didn't know how to get around, so my wife hired me a personal driver. And the personal driver, he was a cousin of my wife, so they always put the family members to work. And he spoke some English, not a lot of English, but he spoke some English, and we were able to communicate with each other. And he taught me his language, I taught him my language. So it was nice, because wherever I wanted to go, he'd ask me, where would you want to go, boss? And I said, well, let's go to the mall, or let's go sit here or go there. And the drivers in Indonesia, you don't have to be rich to have a driver. Most people that have a little bit of money, they have drivers, because the traffic is so bad out there. Nobody wants to have to deal with parking a car or something. So if I wanted to go to the mall, he would take me to the mall, drop me off, and then when I spend however many hours I want to spend in the mall, when I was ready to go, I'd give him a call and he'd pick me up at the front of the mall. He'd stay in the car, he'd sleep, do whatever he did while I was doing what I did. So I got used to that. I mean, coming back to the States, I didn't want to even drive, and I had to drive. And you get spoiled really quick. So yeah, I would hire me a limo driver, like a Hummer or something like that, something stretched out off the ground, and I'd be driven around. So that's one thing I know for sure I would do if I hit the $1 million or 350, however much money you win. But I'm not a really gambler. I don't really like to gamble. My wife's I lived in Las Vegas for a year. I think I gambled maybe 3 times. The most I spent is 20 bucks. My wife is a gambler. She buys lotteries every week. I mean, I was in a lottery store with my wife, and this guy was buying lottery tickets, and he's like, give me $100. I was like, wow, $100? You know, it only takes $1 to win. He's like, yeah, but this is 100 more chances to win. I'm like, yeah, but it only takes 1 ticket to win. Even if you win, that's $99 that you just blew for nothing. And he's like, I come every week and I spend $100 on tickets. I said, have you won? He's like, no. I'm like, yeah, see, I can't do that. So that's crazy. And then there's people that say, well, I ain't got no money, man, I need to hit the lottery. Well, stop spending $100 a week on freaking lottery tickets. My wife, she's pretty lucky though. She wins a lot at scratch tickets. I think the most she won was $100 on the scratch ticket. The most I ever won was 50. And yeah, so that's what I would do. You know, not that I sit every weekend thinking about what I'm going to do if I win the lottery, because I haven't bought a lottery ticket since the last video I did. I did a scratch ticket. I didn't even buy that. That's a ticket my wife bought, and she won $1 and left it in my truck. And I took it in and threw in another $1 and bought a $2 ticket, and then I lost. I hate losing. But so let me know what you would do if you hit the lottery, or if you even played the lottery. You know, what's the first thing you would do? I know a lot of people, they would say, you know, they would give to charity and pay off their parents' home mortgage and stuff like that. Everybody in my family, they own their own homes. They don't have any mortgages, so I wouldn't have to do any of that stuff. But hit that like button if you like this video. If you want to take the time and leave a comment down below, I will take the time. If Google or YouTube sends me your comment or inbox email, I will respond back as soon as I get it. I will take that time and respond back to you. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. And if you haven't subscribed already, you just surfing the internet and you came across my video and you're like, wow, let me check this guy out. Hit that subscribe button. It don't cost anything. It's free. And like always, let me know what you think about the new camera mount on the left side. I've never had one on the left side, but I figure I'd give it a try. I got another mount I could put on the right side if I don't like the left side. But I'm going into town. Yeah, I'm going.
This is my outro. Yes, there are many like it, but this one is mine.